The next topic that we are going to deal is distance and displacement. So here you can see a picture, is it? Here a tree is there, here a home is there, and here another tree is there. So this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. The length of the path from A to B is 4 meter, and from B to C is 3 meter, and from A to C is 5 meter. So the straight line distance from A to the straight line path from A to C is 5 meter. Okay, so a boy is sitting in this cycle here, is it? So he want to reach the point C. So there are two paths are there here. One is along ABC and another one is a straight line. Is it AC? Suppose this child selects this path. Okay. So what is the total path traveled by this child to reach the point C? What is the total path traveled by the child? That is 4 plus 3. How much? 7 meters. So the child traveled a path of 7 meters to reach the point C. So the length of the path traveled is known as distance. So what is distance? The length of the path traveled by a body is known as distance. So in physics we are saying body, body, body. That is a person or it may be an object. So anything we are saying as body. Okay. So don't confuse. So the length of the path traveled by this child is 7 meter. That is distance is 7 meter. Now let us see what is displacement. See, A is the initial point of the child and C is the final point. The shortest straight line distance from the initial point to the final point is known as displacement. Okay, so what is displacement? The straight line distance from initial position to the final position is known as displacement. So displacement tells the change in position of the object, while this distance tells the length of the path traveled by the object. So here the change in position of the object is 5 meter and the total length traveled by this child is 7 meter. Suppose from this point A, if the child goes 5 meter towards north direction, can he reach the point C? No, is it? If he goes 5 meter towards west direction, can he able to reach the point? No, he can't, is it? And if he goes 5 meter towards south, can he able to reach the point C? No. So in which direction he has to move? In northeast direction, is it? So in this direction, that is northeast direction, he has to move. That means displacement depends upon direction. So whenever you are saying this displacement, you have to mention the direction also. So the quantity, the physical quantity, that is displacement, is having both magnitude and direction. So magnitude is this numerical value. 5 is the magnitude. So displacement has both magnitude as well as direction. That is why this displacement is a vector quantity. So what is vector quantity? A physical quantity having both magnitude and direction is known as vector quantity. And what about this distance? Distance has only magnitude. It has no direction because distance means the total length path of the length traveled, is it? Total uh, path traveled by the object is distance. So it does not depends upon the direction, how much the body traveled. It only tells how much body traveled. So it does not tell the direction. So this distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. So let us discuss the scalar quantity and vector quantity later. Okay, so what is distance? The total total length traveled by the object is distance, and displacement is the shortest straight line distance from initial position to the final position. And whenever you are saying this displacement, you have to mention the direction also. So what is the displacement in this case? 5 meter towards northeast direction. So that is displacement. So here you can see point A and B. The shortest straight line distance from here to here is this. So that is why this is the displacement of that object. And this is another path is this one, this curved path. So if the body travels along this path, then it will be its distance and this will be its displacement. Okay, so the displacement tells change in position, while distance gives the length of the path traveled. So what is distance? Distance is the length of the path traveled. Displacement is the straight line distance from initial position to the final position. It has both direction and magnitude. So here one example is given. Here a child is standing at the point A. He walks along along north direction to the point B, and from B he travels in east towards east 5 meters and he reaches the point C. From the point C he walks 3 meter along south direction, and from the D he travels 5 meter towards west direction and he again reaches the point A. That is, he reaches his initial position. So in this case, what is the distance traveled by the child? How can you find it? See here, from here to here the child traveled 3 meter. Then here to here 5 meters. So total length is 8 meters, is it? So 8 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 12. Sorry, 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 5, 16. So 16 meter is the distance traveled by the child. And what about displacement? So we know that displacement is a straight line distance from initial position to the final position. See here, initial position and final position are same. So the difference between initial position and final position gives 0, is it? So what is displacement here? 0. So the displacement of this child is 0 because the child comes back to his original position. That means there is no change in position. That is why this displacement is 0. One more example. An object travels from the station A to station B along this path. Okay, this path, and what is the distance traveled by the object? Yes, from here to here 50, then here 100, 200, 400. On adding these values, we will get how much? 50 plus 100, 150. 150 plus 200, 350. 350 plus 400, 750. So the distance traveled by this object is 750. And what about displacement? Displacement means straight line distance from initial position to the final position, that is 400 kilometer. So distance here is 750 kilometer and displacement is 400 kilometer. So in your textbook one problem is given. You have, based on that you have to write the answer in the textbook itself. Here you can see a home, and this is office, and this is hospital, and this is the ration shop. The distance from the length of the path from home to hospital is 600 meter, and hospital to office is 300 meter, and office to ration shop is 660 meter, and from ration shop to his home is 420 meter. So there are two paths are there, is it? In order to reach home to office, two paths are there. One is this path and another one is this path. Sorry, three paths are there. One is this one, another one is this one, and another one is a straight line path, is it? What is the distance traveled by him to reach the office and to reach the home? So the distance traveled by the person from home to office along hospital is how much? 600 plus 300 gives how much? You have to write the answer here. Then, and to reach home again from here to here, that is 660 plus 420. So add these two numbers so that you will get the answer and write here. Next question, are the distances traveled in both the situations are equal? So you have to compare the both answers whether they are equal or not. Find the straight line distance from his home to his office and write it down. What is the straight line distance from home to office? 480 meter. So write here. Will he reach the office if he travels 480 meter towards north? So from his home, if he travels 480 meter towards north, will he reach his office? No, is it? So in which direction he has to move? Along east direction, is it? So if he move 480 meter towards east, then only he will reach his office. In which direction should he travel 480 meter to reach his office? So in which direction? Towards east. This 480 meters straight line distance from the home to office eastwards is displacement. So displacement in the case is 480 meter towards east, is it? So this is displacement, and these values gives distance. One more question is given in page number 77, the table 2.6.2. Here one question is given. A stone thrown vertically upwards travels to a height 6 meter and falls back to the hand. On the basis of the above statement, complete the table. So a stone is thrown vertically upwards to a height of 6 meter, is it? So from here a stone is thrown here and it will reach the point 6 meters, and from there it again comes back to the ground, is it? So based on this you have to complete this table in your textbook. When the stone reaches the topmost position, see from here to here, when the stone is thrown to this height, it reaches the topmost position. At this position, the distance traveled by the stone. What is the distance traveled by the stone? How much? 6 meter, is it? So write here 6 meter. And displacement of the stone. What about displacement? We know that displacement is a straight line distance from initial position to final position. So this is initial position, this is final position, and this is a straight line distance. So how much? 6 meter, is it? So distance and displacement here are same. Both are 6 meter, 6 meter. Next, when the stone falls back to the hand, from here, if we throw a stone to a height, whether it reaches there itself? No, it comes back to the floor, is it? So when it comes back to the floor, what is its distance? The total distance traveled by this stone will be how much? From here to here 6. From again here to here 6. So total 12 meter. So write the answer 12 meter. What about the displacement? Yes, 0 meter, because there is no change in the position. The object came back to its original position. That means the straight line distance from initial position to final position is 0 in this case. Therefore, the displacement of the stone is 0. That means that There is no change in the position of the object. The object came to the same position. Stone came to the same position. So displacement is 0. So here we learnt what are scalar quantities and what are vector quantities, is it? So the physical quantities having both magnitude and direction are known as vector quantities, and quantities are having only magnitude are known as scalar quantities. So one example for scalar quantity is displacement, and another example is velocity. So you will learn what is velocity in the next class. Okay, so the two examples for this vector quantities are displacement and velocity, and examples for scalar quantities are distance and speed. Okay, so vector quantities means quantities having both direction and magnitude, while scalar quantities means quantities having only magnitude, not no direction. So in your textbook page number 78, one question is given. On the basis of the information you have gathered, observe the figure 6.4 and complete the table. So based on this you have to complete the table. A person starts his journey from A and goes to D through B and C and comes back to A. So a person travels from the point A and he reaches the point B, and from B he goes to C, and from C he goes to D, and from D he goes to A. In this case, the distance, you have to find the distance and displacement. So while reaching the point B, what is his distance? How much? 60 meter. And what about displacement? It is also 60 meter, is it? So distance and displacement in this case is 60 meter. While reaching the point C, from here he travels along this path and he reaches the point C. So the distance traveled by this person is 120 meter. 60 plus 60, 120 meter. What about displacement? We know that displacement is a straight line distance from initial position to final position. So this is final position and this is initial position. So what is the straight line distance? 80 meter, is it? So 80 meter is the displacement. While reaching D, here you can see the D. So the person starts from here, goes to this point, then C, then D. So the length of the path traveled is 60 plus 60, 120, 120 plus 30, that is 150 meter. What about displacement? This is the final position, this is the initial position. So the straight line distance is 100 meters. So write the answer here, 100 meter. While returning to A, again from the point D he returns to the point A, is it? So the distance of the person is 60 plus 60, 120, 120 plus 30, 150, 150 plus 2, 150 plus 100, 250, is it? So the answer is 250 here. And what about displacement? Displacement is 0 because the person reached to the same point, is it? So there is no difference between initial point and final point, so the answer is 0. Next question. Let us observe the two figures showing the journey of a person from A to C through B. Here a person travels from A to B and B to C. And in another figure, the person travels along the straight line to the point C. Okay. While reaching C from A through B, what is the total distance traveled according to figure 6.A? So the total distance traveled by the person from A to C is how much? 60 plus 40. 60 plus 40 gives 400 meter. sorry, 60 plus 40, 100 meter. What is the displacement? What is the displacement here? A is the starting point, C is the final point. So the difference between starting point and final point is 80 meter, is it? So the straight line distance from initial to final position is 80 meter. So the answer is 80 meter. What is the total distance traveled according to 6 point B? What is the displacement? So in this case, the distance traveled by the object or person is from A to C is 60 plus 40, that is 100 meter. What about displacement? Displacement is also same, is it? That is how much? 100 meter. So here you can see distance and displacement are 100 meter. Both the values are correct. So when distance and displacement becomes equal, yes, whenever a body travels along a straight line, his distance and displacement will become equal. When a body travels along a straight line in the same direction, the magnitude of its distance and displacement will be equal. So one thing I forgot to tell, in each while saying displacement you have to mention the direction also, okay? So here you can see the displacement is 600 meter towards north, sorry, towards east. So in every time while you are saying this displacement, you have to mention the direction, okay? I forgot to tell, so you have to write it. So the distance and displacement becomes equal whenever a person or body travels along the straight line in same direction. So on the basis of your finding, write down the differences between distance and displacement. So you have to write the difference between distance and displacement. So one is given, distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. So the remaining you should write.